Time for me to get my guests into the show. Anis Sarjan, my expert on the show, joins me from Dubai. I'm also joined by Deepti Sarikonda, the supporter of the Hyderabad team, and Gurkirat Singh Gill. He is a supporter of the Delhi team. Deepti, I love having you back on the show, smiling year to year. I'll come back to you to talk more about your team. But first, Anis, good evening to you. Let's talk about Delhi. Do you think they are losing steam as the playoffs approach?
Good evening, Rika. You're absolutely right. They are losing steam, and I believe they picked quite too early, and 3 back-to-back defeats. And all their fans and their management now will be sweating because 2 big games. I'm afraid, I hope they don't lose the boat.
Gurkirat, what do you have to say about that? They have been phenomenal in the front half of the league, and they have been winning all those back-to-back matches, scoring all those runs, 228 in Sharjah, but now suddenly they don't seem to be coming together. We've heard experts say that they are the most balanced team in the tournament, but what do you think is the remedy right now?
The most important thing is that the balance has to be replicated on the ground, right? Now, what is happening is that even after, dealing well with an injury to Rishabh Pant and losing Hetmeyer, the team still managed to win 2 out of 3 games, right? Once they came back, you expected that the team will only peak from here. I don't think they peaked. I think they were still performing at 80%, but when you expected them to peak, they've come down. And about the list of things that have went wrong today, I think it's a huge list. Has to begin with the bowling plans. The bowling plans were nowhere to be seen. There was no plan B once plan A was not working. In the last game, you saw that against Narayan, the team had no clue. It took Shreyas 10 overs to get Rabada back and attack Narayan. Today also, once Warner and Saha tried to attack, the bowlers and the captain didn't seem to have a plan B. And once they were 77 for no loss in 6 overs, the team was behind the 8 ball. It was always going to be an uphill task to chase a 20-odd score.
Yeah.
But,
Deepti, coming to you, what a phenomenal way to celebrate your skipper David Warner's birthday. He getting 50 runs, 2 catches, and that DRS call to send Rishabh Pant back. It was a complete game, so to say, for David Warner, and he led the team from the front.
Yeah, it has been a perfect game for us, and David Warner has been doing good on his birthday, so we were already confident, and now that he went all blazing out and brought back the vintage Warner back, it is very happy sight for a fan. And we did in the 2016 season, in the last 3 matches we win all the 3 and we qualified to the playoffs. This season also we'll be hopeful we will be able to do that. Yeah.
Anis, all through the season, when we've been discussing various teams, we have spoken about intent to go out and win. Would you say tonight David Warner showed that intent by, bringing in Saha to open the innings?
Well, to be very honest, when Saha came to open, I was not sure about the intent of Saha. And dropping Bairstow was a bit of a surprise call, but it did work. And yes, they showed the intent in the power play. Very few teams, barring Mumbai Indians, have gone out in the power play. And intent is what needs to be shown in the power play, because you give it a signal to the opposition that you're here for business. You're not to just come and roll your arm and just pay out a few dot balls. And that set the platform. 6 overs, 77 runs is like putting the opposition on the back foot.
Right. And Gurkirat, would you say that today what was lacking in the Delhi team was that intent to win, going for the kill? Because, Warner had gone out for the kill right from the word go.
No, I think they were just surprised with the attack and the batting which they faced in the first 6 overs. They did not have a plan B. They kept delaying Tushar to bring into the bowling because they thought that he'll be hit after. But like I said, once Rabada had figures of 0 for 37 in the first 2 overs, the writing was pretty much clear on the wall. As far as the intent is concerned, like Anis mentioned, not a lot of teams have been able to do that while batting in the power play. Sunrisers, after the last game, I think realized that they allowed Punjab to come back into the game when Manish and Vijay Shankar were batting. Today, they wanted to address that, and they addressed it in the best way possible. They took on the best
Right.
bowlers of the opposition.
Right.
And once you do that, you just demoralize the whole team. I think
Anis,
there
would
was
you say, Gurkirat mentioned about the surprise factor. Would you say that the Delhi team, they were just, overwhelmed today, and they were taken in by the way, by the attitude with which David Warner and Wriddhiman Saha came out to bat?
Yes, you're absolutely right, Rika. When they attacked Delhi, they probably were not expecting Saha to attack. Okay, Warner can still do it, but they came with that intent and they surprised the opposition. And when you surprise the opposition, you are sometimes clueless. And as my friend said, that they should have gone for plan B or plan C. But Shreyas Iyer was clueless, like he was in the match against KKR. And it's looking difficult. I'm very honest as a supporter of all the teams, but for Delhi, who seem to have played so much good cricket, they seem to be losing that fire at the bottom end of the tournament. And if they lose one match, there will be a lot of pressure going into the last match.
I know, Anis, your love for Delhi, because you owned a team in the T10 league which was called Delhi Bulls. So perhaps, Delhi to you is very dear as well as it is to Gurkirat. Gurkirat, would you say Rabada going for 54 runs and for the first time in 26 games, he going wicketless is what really hurt Delhi the most?
It's not just that he went wicketless. What also needs to be addressed and talked about is in the 11 games so far in the IPL, he's not taken wickets in the power play. I'm not saying that he's not been our best bowler. He's been our best bowler, but somebody else or the other has been able to take out wickets in the power play.
Yes.
Akshar has done it. Nortje has done it. Today, no one did it. The first wicket came in the 10th over, and from there on, it was a license to hit. And that's what they took full advantage of. I still think that today's game is one aberration. It's one game, it's one bad game that happens with each and every franchisee at some point of time. But what is hurting right now is that it is coming on the back of a very poor performance as well. The last game, like I mentioned earlier, T20 is all about momentum, right? We've seen it with Punjab. When they started losing, they lost games in a heap. Chennai lost games in a heap. But once they started winning, now they've won 5 in a row.
Won 5 on the bounce, yes.
So, once you get into that habit or once you start losing, you start questioning yourself, you start questioning the process, you start questioning the intent, and you start questioning everything that is happening, when in reality, something should happen in that way only. So, I just feel that they don't get themselves into a loop where they're questioning one thing and then they're getting on to another, then they're not finding the solution.
And not finding the answers. Well, we have spoken about intent, we have spoken about momentum. Now let's talk about economy. Now that phenomenal economy of 1.75 by Rashid Khan and the best bowling figures in IPL. Deepti, would you have imagined when the match started that Rashid Khan would be the other star of the show? Though the man of the match tonight went to Wriddhiman Saha for his explosive batting, would you say that, as a fan, you would feel for Rashid Khan and the man of the match should have been split?
Okay, being honest, Rashid Khan is a player who will step up every time for us. It is like 99 out of 100 times he will come up and he'll perform. He is the #1 T20 bowler and he proves his worth every time he steps in. It's like we expect him to be good and he does that for a team. So I would think it is fair that Saha, who has come, who got his comeback chance and he capitalized it. So I think it is correct that Saha gets it. But Rashid Khan does it all the time, so he can get it in the next match. But yes, very happy with Rashid's performance. Whatever be the score, he will do his best all the time. Yeah.
But I love to see you smile, Deepti. Every time experts write off your team, they come back and register a win. And what a win it has been tonight. A phenomenal 88-run win by the Sunrisers Hyderabad team against Delhi Capitals. Thank you very much, Anis, Gurkirat, for joining me on the show. Thank you, Deepti. Pleasure to have all you back.